Today I'm sharing with you how to land more in a sparring session. 5 things which I have realized over the last few decades which have allowed me to land more than my opponent lands on me. If you are needing an upgrade in your training gear, head over to XMartial. You can grab gloves, shin pads, all the attire that you need for those training sessions. And with my promo code Gabriel Varga, you're gonna save yourself 10%. Now, sparring is obviously the hardest thing at the gym because when you get there and you're relatively new, whether it's a year, 6 months, even 5 years, there's gonna be people there who have superior skills. And it can be frustrating because there's not many sports where every time you make a mistake, you get hit. And then as a result, you become a little more gun shy, and then you don't throw as much, and then you're not landing. So how do we land more? What have I learned throughout the years, which has helped me be more successful in actually connecting my shots and creating the openings I need? Number 1, and this is so simple, it's gonna sound frustrating, but it rolls very well into our next point. Use what's working continually. So if I step forward and I snap a jab into my head, or to my opponent's head, and then, okay, a moment later, I'm like, okay, another one, don't run away from that. Don't go, okay, you know what? I've landed it twice and now I'm not gonna use it for the next 30, 40 seconds. No, keep that as something which will continue to land and distract them. I feel like too many people, they do either one of the two. They either throw way too much. It's like nonstop. That's all I'm throwing. It's only a jab. It's only a jab. That's it. That's all I have. Or they don't use it in the right way frequently enough. Now this moves us in to point number 2. Once I find something that is connecting and this person is inevitably going to start making adjustments so you can't land it, that will allow you to exploit something else and then return back to point number 1, which is use this again. I can't tell you how many times in a sparring session, let's say I'm using the jab. I'm like, okay, I'll land 1. I land 2. I know now that the 3rd one is most likely not gonna land, so I switch down low. And then I get them thinking about down low, get them thinking about down low, and then I'm back to what worked. And then I know they're gonna be thinking, okay, now I've gotta close that center, so now I'm doing something like, okay, I'm coming there and around the side to exploit the opportunity. So when you have something that works, you drill it, you drill it, you drill it, continue to attack, and then you switch it up and surprise them with something different. And usually for me, it makes sense to find something that's different, that doesn't come to the same point, that comes dramatically at a different height and a different angle. Something like that has far more likelihood of landing than that, because the adjustment they need to make is so much bigger than just here. Point number 4, if they try to do the same thing to you, they have success with one shot. If they double up, make them pay. So often people go, okay, boom. Oh, look at that, I landed one, and they come back to it right away again. And that's exactly what I'm saying to do, but you have to be able to exploit that as well. You have to be able to go, okay, they just landed this one shot, and now I'm gonna make them pay. They throw the jab, okay, first one I blocked, next one I'm gonna slip and counter and punish them for being a repeat fighter. And going back to point number 1, because you might be going, Gabriel, you're contradicting yourself. Well, you never commit fully to a shot, right? I don't step forward and go, I can only throw the jab and then throw it. I can only throw the jab and then throw it. No, I'm moving around. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to pull out. If I see them start to do something, if they don't do something, then I commit. Then I commit. And then I pull out when I see them getting ready to react. Now I love tagging people with these fast little counters. And while it necessarily just, parrying a shot and doing that, it doesn't necessarily hurt them. It makes them more gun shy, which now turns the round more favorable for me because I'm gonna be controlling the pace because they think, okay, every time I come and do something, I throw a punch and he's countering. I throw a hook and he's countering. And again, they're not big power shots, but being able to pick things off and have the time between their shot and my shot be so minimal. It's not 1, 2, it's like, bada, bada. It's like, bada. That pace right there, oh, that throws people off. Now it takes skill to be able to parry and throw almost not the same time. It's not like we're doing this, but to come right after, Takes practice, but you can do that in shadow boxing. Just think, okay, I check and I throw. I block and I throw. I parry and I throw, as opposed to boom, 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 boom. Less gaps between those counters. And the last one that I started to really have success with when I was younger was committing to a fast, long combo. Now, not committing again so much that I just go, okay, I'm gonna throw jab, upper, jab, body hook, low kick, and then just stepping in regardless of what this guy does and continuing with it. No, I'm ready to bail if necessary. But when I step in, bam, 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 boom, and I do that whole thing and I blitz them, as long as I'm staying very defensively inclined, and that means that instead of doing this, I'm staying really tight on everything. In my experience, even if they do counter, when I keep that shell tight, when I think hands always back to the head, chin tucked, keeping everything really tight, when I do that, I can sometimes commit to that long combo and be like, yeah, they can't land anything big anyway. You might get a little glancing blow, but when you think, okay, my jab cross hook, boom, 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 is so tight that there's almost no openings, you start to commit to those combos, and then as a result, you start landing more. So play around with these 5 tips. I think they will definitely help you in your upcoming rounds. And if you guys appreciate the content, please give the video a thumbs up. That's all I ask. I'll see everybody back here very soon.